All right, Leslie, we'll go ahead and get started with the assessment. And I just want to get to know like why are you here today? What's going on?
Um, well, I'm here because my husband thinks I should come see someone.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I'm here.
Okay, so you feel like your husband was referring you, not referring you, but encouraging you to come.
Yeah.
What kind of made him think that you should come? What do you think?
Well, like 2 weeks ago, um, I saw a really tragic accident and he thinks it was difficult for me and that maybe I need to talk to someone about it. So I'm here.
Do you feel the same way as your husband?
No, I think I'm perfectly fine. Um,
Okay.
but he says just, the thing that I saw, I should probably just talk to someone about it.
Okay. Well, let's see. What do you think your husband has noticed that he encouraged you? So he said you saw a tragic accident, but
Mhm.
what do you think were your like symptoms? What were you kind of doing that made him want you to come?
Well, I don't know. These are things that he says that I was doing, but I don't even really remember, to be honest with you. So, for all I know, he can probably just be making it up.
So you say you don't recall like the things that your husband's saying that you did?
No, I don't remember any of it. I remember parts like I remember things that happened, but like the specific things he mentions, like I don't remember being like that.
Okay. Give me, can you let me know like what you do remember?
Um, like I remember like um going to my kids' sports games. Still remember like me doing like my normal duties, like cooking and cleaning the house, getting the kids ready for bed. Like I remember all that. Um, but I just don't remember like the things he says that I did.
Okay. So you remember like overall that you were, your daily routine maybe of taking your kids to their games, doing your household chores, things like that, but not maybe like the specific, what was said, any of those details.
No, he it's not just him, like other family members say it too. So, unless I don't know, I
Mhm.
just don't remember. So, I really don't
Okay.
know what to really say to the things that they say.
And you feel like you say you don't remember that others are also saying that. Do you feel like it's affecting your relationship with those people around you?
A little bit, just like okay, like they said that I would be in the house and that I would say that the house is covered in blood. And like I would never say something like that. So I don't really know what they're talking about.
Now, has this always been like a problem for you, or was this just more
No,
recent?
it just it just happened like after the accident that I saw. So like I saw like a accident happened like right in front of my front yard. And like right after the accident, um I like didn't talk, like actually I didn't talk for like a whole day just because I was kind of in shock of what I had seen. So like I remember that, but I mean, I don't know. It's I like I didn't speak, but I didn't know why. Like when I tried to speak, I couldn't. Um, but then after that, like I was able to speak.
So right after the accident that you experienced, you maybe felt a little bit in shock. Does that explain it correctly?
I think so. I mean, it was just I just didn't know what to say, and um, I mean, it was really hard. Um, it was my son's birthday party, and one of his friends was walking to our house um, to come to the birthday party, and he he got ran over by another car by a car, and he didn't make it. And this was while I was outside in my front yard, so I saw the whole thing.
Leslie, that sounds really tough to have witnessed that interaction. I know that it's very difficult to witness. So I do, you know, I am apologetic. I'm sorry that, that was something that happened. Um, was this friend of your son's close to your family as well?
um he like we I mean he went to he went to my son's school. They've been in the same class for the past like 3 days. Sorry, past 3 years. Um, and like I see his mom when I drop off my kids at school and when I pick them up, but um, we're not close. Like we don't like I don't hang out with I wouldn't hang out with his mom or anything like that. But it was still like a child that I would see every day, and you know, was my son's friend. So yeah, I mean it was hard.
Mm.
And especially because like that could have been my son too, you know. He was like my
Yeah,
son's age.
that is very tough. And I just want to say thank you for sharing that with me. I know that must be really hard. Um, have you, seen this family since the incident?
Yeah, I mean, like we were there for like the memorial, and yeah, I mean, but after that, like that was their only child, so
Mhm.
um I don't see them anymore at drop-offs and pickups at school. So that just feels kind of weird.
Yeah, I can see why that would feel a little weird. Um, to just continue on with the assessment and get to know you a little bit more. Um, is there anything else about, I'd like to learn a little bit more about you, like your history. What about you and your partner? How did you guys meet?
Um, we actually met in college, and we've been married for like 7 years.
7 years, that's a long time. How's it been for the past
Um,
7 years?
it's been pretty good.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, like We have a lot of things in common. We met in college. I mean, we do have like your typical like couple disagreements, but nothing out of the ordinary.
And then you said you mentioned a son. Is that your only child, or do you have more?
I actually have two more. I have a set of twins.
A set of twins. So you have
Mhm.
your hands full a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Are they female or male twins, or what's the word where it's one female, one male?
Fraternal.
Yeah, fraternal.
Yeah, they're fraternal twins.
Oh, how old are they?
They are three.
Three. And what about your son?
He is six.
He's six. Okay. Ready? Wow. Um, have you guys been living in your current home for a while?
Yeah, it's actually like we bought it right before we got married, so we've been
Okay.
there for quite some time.
Very nice. Let's see. Um, so just to keep moving forward again, has there ever been any history of mental illness or diagnosis, disorders in your family prior?
No, not that I know of. Yeah, like I don't think there's any family history of mental illness.
Okay. What about any drug or alcohol use in your family or between you or your partner?
No, I mean like yeah, we'll like have a drink sometime on like the weekends or um like maybe like at dinner, but nothing like excessively like um more like social drinking. Like we'll probably go out and get a drink with our friends with friends, but it's never more than like two drinks.
So maybe just more alcohol, no other type of drugs like marijuana, cocaine,
No.
methamphetamine. No, okay. Alrighty. Um, so you mentioned, you guys do like to socialize with friends. Do you have can you identify any other type of support system that you have?
Yeah, I mean like I'm still pretty close with my parents. Um
Do they
other
live nearby?
yeah, they do. They live like 20 minutes away.
Yeah. Alrighty. What about other individuals?
I mean, yeah, like I have other friends.
Do you Okay, so you have other friends, things like that. What about work history? I don't think I've asked you. Do you do any work?
No, right now I'm actually not working. I'm focusing on just taking care of the kids.
Okay. And that is a job in of it all by itself, I am sure.
Yeah, it's very, very tough, especially with 3-year-old twins.
What makes it tough for you?
Um, Pretty much just like the coordination of like their schedules. I mean, it's they never want to nap at the same time. They both want to eat different things. So it's just that can be tough a little bit, but it's manageable.
Let's see, to kind of bring it to the present now, do you think that, after you witnessed this accident, has it gotten a little more difficult to handle?
No, I'm actually perfectly fine. Um, I mean, the thing is that like I mentioned, my family and my husband were saying that I was acting kind of weird and just wasn't myself. But like now I'm perfectly fine. Um, I'm back to my normal self. It was just like those, those couple days after the accident I where they say that like um I was just being weird and not being myself. And like I said, I didn't talk for those 24 hours. Um, and like I said, the things that they said that I did those days following the accident, like I don't recall that. But now I'm perfectly fine. Like I have no fear of cars or fear of cars like hitting my kids anymore.
So you're not, you feel like you're doing all right now. You're
Hmm.
not in fear, and you are communicating. So, you're not, it doesn't seem like you were in that initial shock like you were. Um, I have a question about maybe your spirituality. Do you practice any religion? Do you guys are involved with church or anything?
Yeah, we do go to church every Sunday. Um,
What do you guys, what's your religion, if you don't mind me asking?
yeah, so we're Catholic, so
Okay.
we go to church every Sunday, with the kids.
Do you enjoy going to church?
I do, yeah. It was something that um I would do as a child, and um I'm doing it now with my own children. So
I like that. Nice. And let's see. And then just to ask about your medical history, is there anything that, that's ever gone medically? Any surgeries, any type of chronic illnesses that you've had in the past?
well, since I did have a twins, like I did have to get a C-section, so I had that. Um, I did have asthma as a child, but I mean that not anymore. And I do have eczema as well, but it was more when I was younger.
Okay.
I haven't really had any flare-ups or anything like that.
Um, do you remember how your healing went for your C-section? How was that?
Um, I mean, it sucked, but it wasn't, I mean, nothing went wrong, just like, just the normal precautions of like after surgery, like not being able to like lift heavy things, but there was no complications with it at all.
Okay. Let's see. Um, okay. And then, I mean, I know this may sound a little odd, but sometimes it can be important to know, just understand your family dynamic. How are you guys doing, financially? Are there any legal issues that you and your partner, your family are going through?
We're doing good. My husband has a good job, so he's is able to be like the breadwinner. Of course, like once all the kids are in school, like once the 3-year-olds, um, they're in preschool now, but they're not in school full time. But once they start going to school full time, I might get back get back to work.
What do you work in? Was it what you went for school as well?
Yeah, it is.
Mm. What is that?
Oh, I went to school. I used to be a nurse.
A nurse? Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you, what department did you work in as a nurse?
I actually worked in the OR.
The OR. Okay. Did you, what did you, well, tell me about a little bit more about that. Did you enjoy anything about it? Dislike anything?
No, I actually really enjoyed it. Of course, it was like long hours, but I enjoyed doing that. Kind of want to get experience in other departments, and since there are really long hours, I feel like with the kids, I might want to do something different. Because it was very stressful. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Now, let me ask you, I forgot to mention, you do have three kids, you're probably constantly taking care of them. How is your sleep doing? How's that going?
That's going pretty well. Like I haven't had, like I really don't have any issues sleeping. I do try to, and it helps that I do put them down for their bedtime pretty early, which kind of allows me to be able to still go to sleep early too. So
Okay, that's good to know. I'm very jealous. And let's see. So currently, right now, your partner asked you to come in, and you did, which is amazing. To be able to do that. So it seems like you guys have a really good relationship. And, one of the major symptoms that you mentioned is the kind of like confusion, the being out of it, maybe.
yeah.
Do you currently feel like you're confused?
No, I don't. Like I said, now I feel like perfectly fine. I mean, it was just like I said, it was just those days right after the accident that like I didn't speak for like 24 hours. Um, and then, having like hallucinations that like the house is full of blood, that like a car was gonna come through the walls and kill like all my kids. But I mean, I'm perfectly fine now, and I haven't even um, felt that way or anything like that or seen anything. And
Okay.
like I said, even the things like those statements, like they're not even things that I even remember. It's things that my family members said that I would say.
Oh, okay. So your family is the one kind of reiterating these memories to you.
Yeah.
And then I know this always sounds odd, but do you know what day it is today?
Yeah. Today's Tuesday,
Okay. What about the date and month?
October 24th.
Okay.